Rev,
Yo,
what's up, man? I've been on YouTube over the last couple days. Okay, I've been looking around on YouTube and I've been watching all these videos. Are you stealing my best friend?
oh man, I tell you what, it's gonna be a tug of war.
Oh no, I'm getting a little jealous.
Man, it was great. You should have come on down, man. It
I
would have
know,
been even that much better.
I know,
That's
I missed out.
that's what we're going to be doing today, Rev. This is kind of an intervention. I don't
Oh,
know if I
no.
filled you in on that, but I said we had to bring the Reverend in for an intervention tonight.
Uh-oh.
And,
Yeah,
and
Lonnie told me that he was going to have an intervention with me, but he didn't explain what it was, so I have no idea what this is about.
now,
I'm a little nervous.
Rev, you know. Oh, well, first of all, let's introduce Rev. I don't even know how to introduce you besides just as Rev. That's all I ever call you.
Yeah.
But Rev, also AKA David, you want to give us give him a little quick 30-second thing about who you are? This is his Rev's third time on the show, by the way.
Yeah,
Welcome back.
three-peat.
Yeah, that's right. I'm David. I go by Rev on YouTube. I'm a full-time pastor, and in my fun time, me and my wife Nikki T like to resell, and we put out videos here on YouTube. And I got started back on the first episode that we did with y'all, and I think we've done about close to 60 videos since. Not here, but and it's been going great. So that's who I am.
Wow. 60 videos.
Yeah, that's right. About 3 a week. I mean, it's been going on 3 a week for pretty consistent. So the algorithm likes that. I don't know if it likes it as much as I want it to, but it likes it.
I noticed your the latest videos that you put out though are they're doing very well, which is awesome.
Yeah, folks like Lonnie and Kevin and Candace. I mean, they just they like them critters. I don't know, but we were having a good time, and they've been good videos, I think.
Yeah.
I've been watching. I'll be honest here. I've been watching like Rev's videos and then my videos from the pretty much same exact scene. Of course, he's off doing his own thing sometimes, but we're pretty. Right. I'm seeing his perspective. I think I might like Rev's videos just a little better, to be honest. if I had to choose.
Well, I promise you, I have the gift of gab, and we've had comments, and Lonnie, I don't know if you have. One came across. I've still got day 3 that should come out probably the same day this video comes out on y'all's podcast. But one commenter said, "I just want to let all the guys know that Candace and Nikki T outpicked us all."
Ooh.
And all I could do was give it a thumbs up and say, we agree. I mean, we agree at 100%. They did outpick us.
Were you guys like locked in though? Were you guys locked in or just kind of having a good time?
Yeah, we were playing. At least I was.
Okay.
I mean, I was.
That's the vibe.
We were having a good time.
Yeah,
that's right. I mean, we weren't. I didn't need to buy a single thing, and we still found some stuff. I mean, we got some good stuff. But it was mostly just having fun, enjoying the experience, and it was good. It was a good time.
It looked like a good time. Now, where were you guys at? I don't need like you gotta school me on this. What was it? Highway 27?
127.
127. You gotta school me on that.
I was following Lonnie the whole time, so I'll let Lonnie tell you where we're at.
Is it in Tennessee or like I remember hearing you saying that you were in Alabama at one point?
Well, we were in northern Alabama the first night in Mentone, Alabama, but it looked like Tennessee to me. Like I couldn't tell the difference. And then
it actually crosses into Georgia at the very top western part of the state of Georgia, and then Chattanooga, and sort of runs up from there. Goes all the way to Michigan, I believe.
Oh wow!
So pretty long stretch. We didn't go that far, but I mean that's how far it is.
But the yard sale like literally goes to Michigan. Wow!
Yeah, it actually starts not too far from where we were at. It starts in Gadsden, Alabama.
Okay,
and it goes all the way clear up through Michigan. And yeah, we had the an Airbnb the first night, and funny enough, There was actually a yard sale right across the street.
Oh wow.
So the first thing we did when we got up in the morning, we just walked across the street to that yard sale before we got started. Got to hit one. Got to kind of wet our whistle with that one. But
Ryan, I have to tell you about that cabin. It was, and I'll tell you, both the beds that me and Nikki T were in, I nicknamed the love making bed because it was.
oh no,
boy.
Now y'all, the bed is sloped like this, so you got two people laying on the bed, and I mean 5 minutes. It was. I had to kick my foot out of the side of the bed so I wouldn't roll over on Nikki T. But the whole time in the first cabin, I could look up and there were cracks in the floor. I could see Lonnie and Kevin.
What?
I could see their lights.
What? You were peeking at us?
No,
From the love making bed?
No, me and Nikki T were looking up, and all we saw was little sprinkles of light coming from the floor. Every time they moved, I mean, if they sneezed, I heard it. If they moved and creaked in the bed, we heard it. We didn't sleep much night one, I can promise.
No, dude, it was tough. We had this weird room upstairs. It was kind of like a split room, like for the kids. We were in the kids' little corner or whatever. And the floor up there, you barely move. And I know I was keeping them up, but I didn't. I had no idea the Rev and Nikki T were down there like peeping at us, man.
There wasn't nothing to peep at. We were trying to close our eyes, but y'all kept moving around, and
that was my fault because I stay up late. I stay up late editing video every night of my life.
It was an enjoyable time. We cooked steak and grits, and we ate good, and it was a fun first day.
You cooked dinner one night, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Video. Yeah.
It was sad because we ran through Atlanta traffic and we got held up. A 3-hour trip turned into about a 5-hour trip. And then we were rushing to get the food, and I forgot oil. So I we cooked it with butter. It was okay, but it wasn't as good as it could have been. It was not my best, but it was good groceries.
Oh no, it was good. It was good. It was awesome. It was almost like that pan fry kind of gave it that nice little crispy bite on the outside. Yeah, I was digging it. That was good stuff. But yeah, we stayed there the first night, and then we kind of picked our way to the next one. Mm-hmm. And then Candace flew into Chattanooga. I had to go break off and go pick her up. Because she wanted to be home for Molly's first day of school.
Yeah.
So,
she's a senior this year.
She is.
Wow. That's wild.
I know. Trust me. Oh my gosh.
So you guys had like multiple Airbnbs, and you would pick
two.
Just two. Okay.
Yep. And then we sort of went different ways from the second Airbnb and just sort of went different routes, a little bit further the second day, a little bit further the third day. So it worked out. It was and of course Lonnie and Candace and Kevin, they had the plan, and me and Nikki T was just along for the ride. And you'll see in the video that comes out today, I was trying to be so nice, and I was backing out of our second to last garage sale, and I'm backing out, and I'm looking in the mirror of my nice eBay wagon, and the ditch was about the same level as the dirt road. So I thought, well, I'm going to slide on over here in the ditch and let Lonnie have some room to get by. And when Lonnie pulled out, I put it in drive, and my transmission started slipping. I mean, it wasn't. I said, well, I'm going to give it a little more gas. And when I looked down, it really wasn't slipping. It was slinging mud. I was stuck to the axle. I mean, it was bad, wasn't it, Lonnie?
It was, but it was I was happy, Reb. I can't lie. I was hoping you didn't have any damage. I've been carrying 2 tow straps in the back of my truck for the past 7 years.
I can put them to use.
And I was so happy when I saw you stuck. I'm like, I can get my toe strap.
I should have signed it with a Sharpie and said first, first tug or something like that. And it was a doggone Chevrolet, Ryan. That
Yeah,
pulled me
I
out.
know.
I mean, whoo.
I know. I saw it. That video's not out yet, right?
No, not yet.
Okay.
It's coming.
But I did see the behind the scenes footage, and I heard Candace say, "Look at that! The Chevy's pulling out the Ford." I'm like,
Yeah,
oh boy.
Oh yeah, Ryan's already seen. I think I sent Ryan sneak peek footage from the scene. Actually, I think
Yeah, you did.
I did the old. I recorded my GoPro, my camera screen using my phone, and I sent it to him. I'm like, oh man.
It was perfect though. I thought that was a great way of sort of ending the trip, is Rev getting stuck. So, but it was a good time. It was fun. We got a whole bunch of stuff. I listed some of the vinyls today, and we got good stuff. I think Lonnie and Candace got good stuff, and Kevin was loaded up before we ever got there. So, like on day 0, Kevin had already filled up his automobile with stuff, so he was doing good too.
Yeah, Kevin picked his way there to us. He only had like a 2-hour drive, so he had some time to, pick around and stuff.
Wow. I think one of my favorite parts of the videos was when you were looking at like a chair or something, an old, like, chair, and then Rev, you're like, hey Lonnie, you got a ball there? And he's like, I got 2 balls, Rev.
Yeah, that's right.
And then Rev's like, good, I'm glad. That's a good day.
It is a good day. That's exactly right. I didn't know what to say. How do you follow that one up? It was like, he was turning his arm. He was like, look, I got 2 balls. Like,
well, it's perfect because when you said it, the camera could only see the basketball.
Right. That's right.
And then I said, I got 2 balls, Rev. And then the viewer probably thinks I'm just being slightly obscene. But then I turn and they see, oh, he has a soccer ball as well.
Yeah. I did have a comment on one of my videos that says, I liked everything except Lonnie's ball joke. And it was like, it really wasn't a ball joke. You did have 2. You had 1 under each arm. So it was
telling the truth.
Yeah.
He didn't want to lie. He didn't want to lie to the preacher. Say, oh,
that's
got 1, Rev.
You bring Lonnie on your channel, there goes the neighborhood, Rev.
Well, I'll tell you what, 13-year-old boy comes out when we're around other 13-year-old boys pretty often. So we had a good time.
You know what, Rev? I was thinking the exact thing. Rev and I, we have very similar humor types, and man, I can't imagine what it was like for some of these poor garage sellers. Whenever we'd walk up, they probably didn't know how to deal with it. Like it was a lot for those people.
I think they, we really didn't have, outside of day 1 for Lonnie, I don't think we had any like people that we caught way off guard. They all seemed to play along pretty well, and I hope they had as much fun as we did. So
I'll tell you what I saw. Because I've seen Rev in action now. Because this isn't actually the first one we went to. We also went to Highway 70, where we got to see Rev and Nikki T for the first time.
Yep.
And so I've gotten to see both of them pick a pretty good bit now. And I'll tell you what, when Rev walks up, everybody else in our crew, pretty much we're like, okay, where do we walk first, right? Like we're looking for the best stuff. Rev, he's kind of got an eye probably looking around the periphery for records to see where they're at, if they have any. But then what I noticed with you, Rev, you focus on the people.
That's right.
Rev, without fail, tries to make at least a small connection with every person that is running a garage sale. I noticed that.
That's right.
You give them all your time.
I think that is, and once again, I mean, I'm full-time minister, so I'm always dealing with people, and I enjoy meeting different people. And I'm usually shopping in areas where, hey, I'm the pastor right down the road here. So I'm not going to come in with, trying to steal, try to find a deal and walk off, So I'm meeting people and interacting, and it actually works to my favor because I believe I get better deals.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And that's not really the goal, but it always works out that way. I get return calls. I get people saying, "Hey, come into the house. Let me show you what I have in here." So that's the first thing I do is say hello and try to find some rapport with the people that are selling. And I think it's a good method for me.
I agree. And I can vouch for that because I was trying to remember whenever we asked you to come on, I was thinking about it. I was trying to remember, like, because we've talked about negotiating before at garage sales, before you and I ever picked together, we talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
And now you and I have both picked together, and we've seen how the other operates.
Yeah.
And I don't remember you ever, like, your typical negotiation, Ryan, is like, "Ryan, you're trying to sell that play button behind you that I want really bad. I don't want yours, I want my own." But and you ask, say, $100, and then Rev, I never saw Rev go like, "Will you take 80?" Not that he wouldn't, but I never saw like somebody go 100, Rev go 50, they go 80. Can we do 70? I never saw that back and forth. Rev, I would see you like make contact, talk with them, tell them who you were, tell them what you're looking for, maybe crack a joke, pet the dog, whatever.
Yeah.
And then how much for this? And by the time you got through all that, they're just going to give you a good price anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And it's and it almost seems like a play, but it's not. I mean, that's genuine. I really,
right.
But it works too because I'm not coming in blind. By the time I get to, hey, how much do you want for your vinyl records? I've already talked to them. I've already given them a joke or two. I've already met them. I know their dog's name. It's so yep. So that works now. And I'll be honest, Nikki T doesn't do that. So while I'm being Rev, Nikki T's off with her phone and nobody's paying attention to her over here in the corner looking stuff up on the phone and finding deals. So it really works out. We're a good team, and I think it worked out for the rest of the group too. Because they all like us. And then they ask me, "Well, who are those folks?" And I say, "Oh, well, he's from Louisiana and he's from Tennessee." And so it was a good time. I thought it was a good team. And none of us stepped on any toes. I mean, we were working off one another well. So I thought it was good. I thought we got good deals, and I'm sure the sellers, out of all the people they ran into that weekend, I'm sure they probably remember our craziness.
Right.
And hopefully in a smiling, in a good way. Hopefully so.
That's what I was going to say. It's like just about every time we went to a sale and he put the Rev on them. By the time we left, they were smiling and laughing.
Yeah.
They probably had a few laughs, and he left them all better than when he found them. It was like really,
even the Pentecostal at the church.
that was the pinnacle. So let me set this up, and then
went to a Pentecostal church.
No, you have to hear
what happened.
I'm going to set it up, and then and Rev going to bring it home.
Oh boy!
So we go up to a church. It was a Baptist church, I do believe.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, no, or was it a Methodist? No, it was Baptist.
No, it was Baptist. Baptist.
Baptist church. There was about a dozen people underneath this overhang.
Yep.
And there was one really nice, young, outgoing guy that was kind of sitting in a chair, kind of talking to people as they'd show up. He had a little Rev in him. He was like, welcoming people and engaging them and stuff. And Rev was one of the people that he engaged. And then that's when the Pentecostal walked up. And remember, we have about a dozen people underneath this overhang, and there's light chatter, like background noise, like standard, people just chatting and whatnot. And then when Rev started in, it got real quiet. Rev's voice was booming, and it got quiet. Go ahead, Rev. What happened?
Yeah, well, the guy was talking to everyone, and I looked over and saw they had a pastor's parking sign. There was a sign on the side of the building that said pastor. Now, that's just a pet peeve of mine. I park as far away from the church as I
Yep.
can. I want the church, I want the old people, I want the visitors. I don't
Mhm.
need to park up front. I'm gonna park out back. I can walk into the church. So I was just asking that, figured out that it was a Southern Baptist church, and this older gentleman walks by, and he was Pentecostal Church of God, and so I just looked at him, and he turned around to me, and I said, he said, "Yeah, I was talking with a fellow that was a Methodist one time," and said I looked at him and I asked him, I said, "You know what I'd be if I wasn't a Baptist?" And everybody paused. I said, "I'd be ashamed."
Brought the house down, dude.
Wow.
And of course, I grabbed the brother who was holding, I kind of patting him on his shoulder, sort of halfway hugging him because it was a joke. Of course, we're just having a good time, and he laughed, and everybody else there laughed, and me and Lonnie walked it off and went home on day 2.
That is what a line.
Yeah, that was.
Oh.
He's leaning in, expecting me to say Church of God or something else, and I was like, if I wasn't Baptist, I'd be ashamed. He was like,
Oh, nobody could ever take offense to that joke.
"Oh
man.
no, it wasn't." Of course, it's not serious, just fun natured, and that's what I do. I get invited to preach revivals at churches. I
Yep.
always like to go in, and the first thing I do, introduce myself, introduce my family, and then I have a crazy joke or something I tell at the beginning, because what that does is everybody puts their guard down.
Yep.
Everybody puts their guns down. They're not trying to, they know, well, this cat's all right. He can tell a joke, and most of the time it's about myself. So it disarms a lot of people that are ready to judge and ready to fight. I don't think
Mhm.
this guy was, but of course he wouldn't after that. So,
It was
thing.
it truly was for me. It was like just 3 or 4 days or whatever of just smiling and laughing the whole time. Like
Yeah.
seriously,
Mhm.
and some good conversations too. Like there were some serious
yeah.
conversations in there, but smiling and I mean, it was. I've been on a lot of those trips. This was bar none the best one ever.
Oh
Wow.
yeah,
For
it
me.
was a boatload of fun.
And yeah, and
And we didn't have to, and I think that was good for all of us. Is it? Of course, I know Lonnie and Candace, they're doing this full time, so of course they're going to be buying stuff. They're focused. We're wanting them to be able to get the best deals that they could. But for us, like
Mm.
Nikki T, we're out. I mean, we're all still playing around. We're wanting to get deals. We're wanting to find good things, and we did. I think we all found treasure. But it was relaxed. I mean, it wasn't like we have to rush to get to the next sale. We have to
Yeah,
hurry up
that's nice.
and go get this. We just leisurely sort of went along, and the Lord blessed us with a lot of good times and a lot of good. I mean, Lonnie filled that Chevrolet up, so with a lot
Added
of
some
stuff.
extra weight for traction to pull Rev out of the ditch.
Yeah, he had zero mud. I mean, he was on dry ground. That Tennessee mud, I mean, it was slick as owl poop. I mean, my tire wasn't doing nothing.
Hey Ryan, we actually have a picture of the tire. The tire posed with us for a group picture. Can I get you to drop it in right here? I'll send it to you later. We can show the people Revs. I did not pick on you at all about that yet, Rev. By the way,
You didn't have to. I was doing it to myself. I mean,
I haven't decided if that's going to be a standalone video or if that's going to be in my day 3 video. I think it'll probably just go in the day 3 video. I'm not going to make it standalone.
well, I don't know if you've seen the movie with Eminem. What was it? 8 Mile? Not 8 Mile. What was the one where he was a rapper, and at the end of it, they're having this rap off.
That's
And
it,
at
right?
the end,
That's 8 Mile, right?
8 Mile.
Eight.
Yeah, that's right. At the very end of it, he raps all about himself and takes all the bullets away from the other guy. So guess what? Tomorrow's video, I'm gonna rap all about myself getting stuck. So
Are you really?
oh man, I'm gonna show it and just let it be as pretty as it can be. I mean, it happens. So of course, I'm not going to edit it and cut it out. I'm gonna let it shine in all its beauty.
You know what was weird about that, Rev, when it happened is
Mhm.
that I wasn't really paying attention. I happened to look up. It looked like you reversed super fast off of like into the ditch area.
Yeah, there was a
Like,
car coming from the other way, so I was
No.
thinking about letting them by, and then I was trying to back up and get out of your way so you could turn, and the ditch looked like it was so inviting, and
okay. All right. I was like,
it
whoa, I was like,
wasn't.
stop, Rev, no.
The ditch was like, let me get some rev in it.
Yeah, he got a whole back tire of rev in it.
Hold up.
That's what Nikki T was saying. Hold up, wait a minute. Rev done put it in the ditch.
Oh, don't even tell us what Nikki T said whenever you backed into that ditch.
Oh yeah, she was smiling and shaking her head, and I mean, I did the walk of shame when I hooked it up, but Lonnie Chevy got me out, so that's the moral of the story. Have a good friend that's got a good Chevy, and he can pull a Ford out.
Well, before I went and got the toe strap, I did run over to Candace and I passed her my camera. I said, "Hold this.
Make sure you get this.
Make sure it's on."
I gave mine to Nikki T and told her, "Get it, girl, get it, get every bit of it." So both of them were filming the whole thing. But
well, Rev, I had part of this too. Somebody that wasn't there was Ryan, so that's why he didn't know what was happening. Now, Rev, let me ask you something. If you had a YouTube channel
mhm.
and you had a play button on your wall for that YouTube channel, and that YouTube channel was all about going to garage sales and going to and finding deals and going like buying storage units, and you had that just sitting there waiting for you. And pretty much every time you put a video on the thing, you're going to get 50K views no matter what.
Yeah.
Because you're a good video editor and you know how to make videos. You're going to get minimum 50K views. And you have a buddy that's going to the highway sales a couple of times a year minimum.
Yep.
Wouldn't you go?
Oh man, that would Ryan, especially if you brought little Ryan with you wouldn't need Rev in his overalls. I mean, little Ryan would be able to get you all the deals. I can just see that would be good.
Well, when are the dates next year? Because I'll make that happen. I'll come.
I'll
come next year.
Clock it.
Gotcha. We got him right here. Yeah, timestamp. Yeah, that's right. Clock.
I'll come out of retirement. I'll come out of retirement in 2027.
Ryan, just okay. Look, here's how it's going to work. Okay, you fly in. We'll fly in using some of the Lonnie and Ryan podcast funds. Okay.
Yeah.
The company will pay for it. Right?
All right.
We fly in. You go shopping, right?
Mm-hmm.
You buy, and then at the end, Rev, Kev, and Lonnie
buy it.
You can run an auction and we'll try and buy.
Oh man, that's a great video. That would be
fun. I'd be down for that.
Because what's the bad part about making reseller content?
Selling the stuff.
Yeah.
Having to list it. That's right. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, because I can't bring it home anyway because I have limited space. So yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Let me know the dates. I'll make sure I'm there.
We're not going to get that first cabin because I don't know who would get the lovemaking bed. I don't know who'd get the upstairs. So,
hey, Rev, I got news for you. At Airbnbs, pretty much every bed is a lovemaking bed, Rev.
Yeah, I mean, both of them sunk in the middle, and it just it was. We both noted it. It wasn't too bad, but you're right.
Ryan, if you did something like that, if you went to like 3 highway sales a year, you could probably get enough content to put up a video a month.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good point.
And I mean, shorts could just be, I've been thinking about this myself, just the interaction you have with people or when you're picking it up, buying it. I mean, you can do shorts. I mean, you can have, a minute short of, hey, picking it up, how much you want for this, handing them the money. I mean, it's, yeah. There's a lot.
point.
How many sales do you think we hit in 3 days, Lonnie?
Man, you know what? We took our time though, Rev, like you said.
We
Like
did.
we were some of those sales we could spend 30 minutes at
Mhm.
if we were really shot, but some of them were more like 10 minutes. I don't know, man. That's probably at least, I would guess at least 20. And not really probably as many as, I don't know. What do you
Oh,
think? Although
no.
some of
I
them would
was
have more than one at one location too, though.
Yeah. I was thinking way more than 20. I was thinking maybe 20 a day. It
Oh,
seemed
that's what
like
I meant. That's what
Oh,
I
yeah,
meant.
okay, yeah. I was thinking, 60 to 80, and of course, if you hit the field sales,
Mhm.
I mean, you could hit 100 in an hour. I mean, but we
Wow.
didn't do that, which I'm grateful for. That's the part I don't like about the highway sales. Some people love them. You can get a lot of content, but I would much rather go to people's houses
Yeah,
and
for sure.
interact
The
that
people in the
way.
fields are probably like it's more like a flea market sort of deal.
Mhm.
Vendors, yeah, you
Yeah.
get more flea market, antique barn kind of vibes at those. Usually paying a little more.
Right.
I mean,
Makes sense.
if you're a collector or you're looking for stuff for your house, or you just like to hang out and look around, yeah, those would be fun. But like for a reseller, that ain't where you want to be.
Mm.
Yep.
No, you want to get up the mountain a little bit, and you can, and not to mention the views we had at some of these sales. Like
Right. Is it up in the mountains, kind of?
some of them were.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them you get up on a hill and then you could look down. They'd be on like a high point,
Yep.
and they'd have pasture and horses and cows, and I mean just gorgeous weather. Like, dude, it was there was a couple of times there where I was like, man, this is it. This is like, I'm happy right now. Cause I was like,
Yeah.
there was one, Rev, where we had like cows all around. I got out and I was like, wow. I was just amazed with how beautiful it was. The company was good. The picking was good. Rev was constantly buying snacks and drinks for everybody.
Nice.
Yeah, that's right. All right, that's a good segue. Now it was must have been day 2 or 3. I can't remember which one it was. And my nickname in high school was Peking because my bladder ain't as big as some folks.
Oh,
I had been drinking Cokes. I'd been drinking 2 cups of coffee, and these rascals was going to one sale after another sale. My eyeballs were floating. I mean, I was like, I had bought Lonnie drinks, Kevin drinks. I was trying to fill them up so they'd need to go to the restroom so I didn't have to ask. But finally, I said, all right, boys, we got to find us a restroom to go to.
yeah. He told me that, and he had just bought me a Coke at the last sale. He goes, Lonnie, you want a Coke? I'm like, yeah, I guess. I mean, I wasn't used to, somebody looking out for my beverages like that all the time, And I was like, yeah, Rev, that's nice of you. Thank you, man. And then I found out why at the next sale. But nah,
I couldn't even drink mine. I had to put mine in the back of the truck because if it sloshed around, I don't know what would have happened. I mean, it was.
Was that when I think I was watching your video and there was like a very short clip of you walking up to it like a porta potty, and there was a guy standing in front of it, and you're like, "Are you in line, sir? I'll stand right behind you."
Yep,
that was cut off, and it was like the next sale. Like that was.
No. You know what happened, Ryan? You know where he finally got his bathroom? We went to Walmart.
Yep,
and we decided because we got some lunch too, dude. Do you know at Walmart for $5? You got to try this out, dude. They had a hot bar. They had wings. And they asked you if you wanted flats or drumsticks or whatever. They had I got wings and a side for $4.78 or something like that. So it was 8 wings, right, Rev? Was it 6 or 8? I can't.
That's a good deal.
I can't remember. It was good. It was not Market Basket, but I mean it was it was good. It was good groceries.
That's funny you brought up Walmart. I don't think I told you, Lonnie. They slid in my DMs the other day. Walmart.
Whoa.
Yeah. They asked for my address. They're sending me something. I have no idea. They wouldn't tell me what it is.
Walmart?
Oh, cool.
Yes. Walmart in my DMs of TikTok.
And they're sending you something.
Uh-huh.
Well,
That's
this
good.
is not that's good. That's like
I don't know what it is. They said we're sending you something. Well, here I'll read it. Let me pull it up. Then just randomly. Well, what happened is they commented on one of my videos that's not related to Walmart at all,
Mhm.
and they were like, "Hey, can you send us a DM?" I'm like, "What the?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay."
Yeah.
So I shot him a DM, and I was like, "Hey, saw you guys comment," and they were like, "Hey, we've been cooking up something hot and juicy that we have a feeling you would love. If you're interested in this not edible but incredible gifting opportunity, let us know your best address by 8/7 and we'll take it from there." So I sent it to him, and they're like, "Thanks so much for that info. We'll work on packing up your surprise, and we'll reach back out to you in a week or two with tracking details. You
that's
are not
exciting.
required to post about this gift, but if you choose to, make sure to." And they told me I have to disclose that it's like a partnership with Walmart because of like FTC rules or something.
Mhm.
But yeah, I have no idea what they're sending me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ryan is like, he's been successful so far, obviously. He's about to pop right now, man. Like he's
Oh yeah,
like,
you can tell.
you can tell. You had another company send you something. Have you talked about that yet? I
Yeah.
haven't kept. So you've had that video come out.
It's out. Yeah.
Who was that sent you? They sent Rev. They sent him a pizza.
Red Baron.
Mm.
Red
Oh
Baron,
yeah.
the pizza company. It's their 50th anniversary this year of being in business. So it's actually pretty genius what they did. They reached out to a bunch of influencers. I happen to be one of them. And they sent us all a 50 topping
Wow, that's
frozen
cool.
pizza to celebrate their 50th anniversary. And they also sent like a really nice brand new non-stick pizza pan for the oven. And it was the same, like, no strings attached sort of deal. They didn't tell me I had to post about it or anything, but obviously I did.
Mhm.
But yeah, that was pretty cool. 50 topping pizza. Yep.
And then you've already had deals with Wild Wings. Are you currently doing anything for them? Or
I think I'm supposed to do one in a couple weeks for them, actually. Yeah.
I mean, listen to this
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Pretty soon, I'm gonna have to talk to his. He's gonna have his people like
His
setting up
agent is
his podcasts. I'm gonna be. I'm not gonna even deal with him directly anymore at some point, probably. You know.
It's
well, I tell
fun.
if you think about all the like Whatnot, we talked about
Yeah.
Whatnot. Y'all talked about it in the last. They chose to go to influencers, and it's blew up. So I
Yep.
mean, the idea of the marketing through influencers is obviously it's worked, and I think probably the president's and we're not going to get into that, but of course he understood online media was a big deal too.
Oh, of
So
course.
I can understand throwing it for influencers like Ryan to try, hey, try our pizza, and it sells, 10,000 pizzas for
Right.
I don't think stating the simple fact that that Trump, a big reason Trump won was his social media strategy.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no
yeah.
I
doubt.
mean, there's no doubt about anybody who would have to admit that. Like that was
Yeah,
just it worked.
And podcasting too. He went on a lot of podcasts.
Podcast.
That changed a
most
lot.
certainly. Yeah.
Yep.
So Rev, the first time you came in was when was that? Was that in January?
What we
Or
talking about? Oh yeah, the
on,
70.
on
What we talking about?
podcast on the
Oh yeah.
podcast?
It must have been. I don't know.
Shortly after
So
we started, so probably January, February.
so you weren't you weren't even you were just about to start, or you had started uploading again at that point, right?
I think I had been putting shorts out on Facebook. Is all I had done. And the day that y'all's podcast came out, I put a full length video on YouTube, and we've done 60 some odd. I think I'm on 57, 58 right now. I have
Wow.
a few more in the kitty to go. So yeah, it's done pretty good.
It's done really well, and I want to encourage everyone that's watching this to go give Rev and Nikki T a watch at Rev Resale. There's going to be a link down below. I want to make sure we don't forget to say that. We don't really watch a ton of reselling content anymore, but just like I was talking about, like this is serious. Like this is a real testimonial. When I watch a Rev and Nikki T video, I always feel at least a little better at the end of it than I did when I started. Just like when I saw Rev interacting with those people at those garage sales this past weekend, everybody he left was a little better afterwards. And that's the way I feel when I watch the video. So I highly encourage y'all. It's good fun. Rev, and on top of that, Rev knows what he's doing. Like I'll make fun of Rev and his vinyl just because we poke fun at each other, you know.
That's right.
But Rev is a business genius when it comes to the vinyl, because the reason he does the vinyl is because it fits it's really good. It fits the processes. And you are a process driven guy more than the item itself. The process is the important part for you. Would you agree with that?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can list a whole bunch more vinyl at one time and get more bang for my buck, even though I might have to make, 3 or 4 Glenn Campbells to get up to one thing that Lonnie finds, but I can sell 15 a day. So it does pretty good. Does pretty good for us. I need to learn a lot of different things. And that's one thing about reselling is in the game that we're in, you can learn something. I learned a whole bunch while I was on the 127. I'm learning about cross listing. I'm learning about cameras. I'm learning how, Lonnie does things, Kevin does things. So it just like anything else, you're always learning. If you ever get stuck in the mud, get pulled out pretty quick, because you're never good enough in this game. There's always something else you need to learn, something else you need to do.
And the other good thing about you too is you have your wife, Nikki T, who's probably looking at and picking a lot of different things that you don't even know about, but that she has knowledge in. So there's a strength, there's like an extra strength there with having her. And like you were talking about earlier, when you're talking to all the people, and she's busy over here potentially buying things while it's like a symbiotic, really well-oiled couple machine,
Oh, most certainly. I put this about on every one of our videos, couple reselling, because well, I mean, there are certain things I wouldn't want to do it by myself anymore. I'm sure Lonnie says the same thing in the shed. He wouldn't want Candace to go back to the bank. I mean, he wants, I want Nikki T with me, and it's not nearly as fun. Even though I can do it, it's not nearly as fun without my bride there. So,
yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I would. Candace is pretty similar to Nikki T in that she's pretty quiet at the sales for the most part too, and she goes straight to business. They're both diggers.
Yep.
And they're both short.
So they're looking, they can see low while me and Lonnie are looking high and talking to people.
Right. And they're both like willing to look stuff up. And Rev and I are not, I would say.
Yeah, that's right.
We're kind of lazy.
I just thought of another moment from your video today, Lonnie, when you walk over to, like, the scene cuts to Candace just looking at you. And you're like, hey, so I have this giant bag of belt buckles. Can you go pay the guy $100?
That might have not been my best buy.
She's like, do I need to look at them? And you're like, no, it's a done deal.
Yeah, I've done shook the man's hand. It's over. That place, Lonnie, I believe we could go back to that place today.
Oh yeah.
And find more. I mean, Ryan, this thing was layered, and really you couldn't see the one area that Kevin and Lonnie and myself sort of gravitated to. I mean, there were probably enough for 3 people, and there were 5 of us standing in that area, just digging in. And there were buildings, all kind of stuff. So it was, I believe we left a lot of meat on that bone.
Well, his prices were a little higher than you might expect for the environment that the stuff was in.
Yeah.
But yeah, that guy had a bunch of stuff, man.
I bought some cards just because I wanted to open them up, and he was telling his story. So, I mean, I was going to buy something, even if I was just going to give the guy money.
Right.
I think he shared with Lonnie more his health
Mhm.
problems and some things he had going on. And so I was determined I was going to buy something. So we bought a whole bunch of Pokemon. And then I looked at his cards, and he had an Aaron Judge rookie card just
Mm.
sitting there. So I just asked. He had $12 on it. I asked. I said, "Well, what do you? Is that what you're still wanting?" Because I was thinking he would be wanting more because it's Aaron Judge is. I mean, his cards have skyrocketed, and he was like, "I'll take 10 for it," and I was like, "Well, that's his rookie card." He said, "Yeah, I know. I'll take 10," and it's like $120 card. So
Wow.
I did better than Lonnie at that sale.
Now, are you gonna sell that card, or are you gonna hold on to it for a while?
No, I'll probably say I was just aggravating you, Lonnie, about your buckles.
No,
That was the
no, you
same
should.
sale.
You should, because I think
Uh-oh.
Candace got them all listed. I don't even know if we got $200 in buckles in that thing. But hey,
You
I
paid the
felt
guy. I mean, he had a lot of stuff going on. I thought he was pleased. So
yeah, he did. He hit me with the story that might have distracted me a little bit, but that's okay.
he was good. I mean, he was carrying on, and it was amazing to me that he did know his stuff, that he
I
was
know.
able to hit pretty much everything about 10-15% less than eBay. It was almost like he had a computer in his head. So he was good at what he was. I mean, he knew his stuff.
Ryan, he must have had 100,000 items under there,
Yeah,
and
I remember. Like, I was overwhelmed watching the video.
but but you would ask him something, and he would like access this database in his brain, and he would spit out a price. It's like, wow, that's kind of
Yeah.
Do you think? What do you think the story was there? Was he a reseller himself at one point? Maybe a flea marketer, or like why did he have
yeah,
so much stuff? Flea market?
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I'm jealous. I want to go next year.
Well, you don't have to be jealous. You can just go.
I
And
know. That's why I said I'm going to go next
yeah,
year.
and dude, I really do think that if you put one video a month
Yeah.
up on Thrift Mine, that's all it would take.
Yep.
Hmm.
And
So,
I could
so
put more into each edit, even more than I used to.
yeah.
Yep.
I'll edit them for you.
Lonnie will be your editor.
Could you, man, Ryan's probably gonna have a nightmare tonight thinking about that. There's one thing that Ryan would never ask Lonnie to do, and that one of them is edit a video.
Edit his video. That brings me back to something, Ryan, you said earlier. In the part where you said the old guy was at the porter potty, that was day one.
Yeah.
Lonnie had just got kicked out of one area for asking where the milk was. I mean, it was a tough
I
day
really
there
did.
at that little place.
What?
I did. Yeah. Well, not really, but yeah. I had trouble
Yeah.
with a few people before Candace got here. There.
And
Okay.
Nikki T was in there with him, and I didn't realize it. I didn't realize that the lady had been rude because we wouldn't have bought anything there either if I'd known that. But Nikki T comes out and said, "Yeah, I mean, Lonnie was just asking simple questions, and she was like treating him like he was an idiot. Like, how do you not know this?" So I didn't get that interaction, of course, but
Dude, it
we
was
heard
weird.
about it afterwards.
It was so weird. They were selling like treats and stuff in this little shed setup, right? There's this lady in there with like cookies. They had these big cookies and stuff. And we were looking at them, and I'm like, man, that looks good. And I was like, man, that would go good with a big glass of milk. That'd set it off, you know. And they also had a restaurant on the other side of the parking lot. It wasn't attached.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked her, I said, ma'am, do you have any milk? And she's like, of course. There's some over here at the I'm like, oh, this is the same. So this is connected like with the restaurants. Well, yeah, we're in the same parking lot. And I was like, whoa. I was like, and I was like, okay. I mean, I said, so I can just go by you don't have it. And she was just laying into me, man. It was a weird.
Wow.
I'm glad Nikki T was there because Nikki T could be my witness that I did not like do anything
Yeah.
out of line. And I had another incident or two similar to that, man.
Mm-hmm. But Lonnie,
Strange.
that Nikki T did, I think she had already purchased the cookie from the lady in the shed. And I mean, this cookie was about 9 inches round, just one big old cookie.
Wow.
And I'm forcing Lonnie to try it. I'm like, man, this is a great cookie. And Lonnie was like still boiling a little bit. He's like, I don't want the
I wish
lady.
it had milk.
He said, "You shoved that cookie up your."
but he did have to say it was a good cookie. I mean, the cookie tasted pretty doggone well. But getting back to the why I couldn't have anybody edit my videos, I did make it into that porta potty, but I didn't realize I had my camera still on. So I was just figure eighting it, and it's like, woo! So I still had my GoPro just a going, boy, just a going. So,
Wow.
Yep. That did not make it to a video. You better make sure you edit. And yep, but that's when you said that older guy. I made sure that made me think of that.
Rev, that is the exact reason why I
Yes.
never, ever, ever put like even if I think I shot something super clean on my camera.
Yep.
I will never, ever just like check the front and the back and clip them and then let her rip. No, I will watch.
Never.
I watch it through a double speed sometimes to make it happen faster, but I will I will always review all footage.
Me too. I'm glad I did that day.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine?
I said something at another sale and I left it in. And
I know what it is.
I sort of regret it because I'm gonna say this on the podcast and I'll probably say it on a video. I don't body shame. I don't talk about that's not my goal. Sometimes I just see things and I say something just being funny. There was a certified chef that had made cakes. And she and a child, I assume, is bringing their cakes out. So I thought they were bringing them out for them. So I made the statement. I was like, "Hey, are those cakes for sale?" And she said, "Oh yeah, $5 a piece." And she tells us her story.
And she also made sure to say, which I never heard anybody in my life say this, I'm a certified chef. And I repeated it. I said, certified.
We both did. We did like, woo. But Ryan, this cake I got one that had strawberry and like buttercream icing, and Lonnie and Candace, I think they got blueberries and lemon. And the cake was like out of this world good. It was awesome. It was a good cake. I'd taken 2 or 3 bites and I was like, wow, that's really good cake. And then I said, I don't think she's ever eat a piece of cake. This woman was thin as a rail. So all I was doing was saying she didn't look like she eat much cake, like me. If you look at me, I know what cake tastes like,
Right.
I know how to eat. She didn't look like she knew how to eat. That's what I was saying. And it came out a little bit wrong. So anyone that heard that comment, it was not I wasn't barbing. I wasn't body shaming. She was very fit. Too fit to be making that kind of cake because that cake was good.
Rev, I remember when you said that and I laughed.
Yeah.
Because it was funny, but then
it was off the cuff.
It was. And you know what? Sometimes you live by the sword and die by the sword on this. Whenever you're a comedian. You are. You're a comedian. not just at heart. Yeah. You're a performer and a comedian. Just in life, and sometimes you fly a little too close to the sun, Rev. I know what it's like. I've been there.
Oh yeah, I Dave Chappelle that one. I went a tad bit too far, but I said it and I put it out there and I commented. Somebody commented and said they laughed, so I'll probably rectify that on a future video that I shouldn't have said that. So. I noticed it and I said it, but
so how did you make the decision because that's totally the kind of thing I've done and will continue to do, or those little gaffes, it happens because when you run your mouth a lot, it happens a lot.
Yeah.
But and you're a mouth runner just like I am. How did you decide? So when you were at the editing process there,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to that part, what did you think? What was
I
your thought process?
I try to, when I'm editing our videos, I don't want to edit out the bad buys. I don't want to edit out only the good buys. That was a gaffe that if that lady happens to watch that video, I said it, and I regret it. It was, and once again, I know my heart was not body shaming this woman. I was just talking about cake and a skinny person, or a very, very fit person that didn't look like she should have been eating cake. That was the punchline, but it came across, a little bit different. So I did put it out there, and yeah, I could have edited it out. And there was a lot of things that we edit out that were not meant, but I left it in there just for sincerity.
I don't think it was a bad choice. I feel like he would have made a similar comment if she would have been like, to me, it didn't come across as like you were judging her or body shaming.
No. I would have said it to her. That should have been what I did, not when I turned away. I should have kidded around with her and been like, "Woman, do you eat cake?"
I'm glad you didn't.
Didn't, because she was a certified chef, so it might not have been good, but I believe I could have pulled it off. I believe I could have made her laugh.
Rev, I think you could have, but man, I would have cringed so hard. I might have cringed. Golly, that would have been stressful watching you do that, man.
Yeah, I would have squirmed. I would have probably squirmed a little bit.
It sounds like a Impractical Jokers kind of gag, really, is what it sounds like.
I did try to set Lonnie up one time, Ryan. We were looking. I'm trying to forget. I'm trying to think of the item of what it was. There were some books, right, that you were trying to get, and I said, "Hey, try to get it for $10."
Yeah,
remember that?
Yeah. You actually, Rev, you put me on the item, and I think it's going to be I'll tell y'all more about it after you're done, but I think it's going to be a good one. So thank you. You found it for me in the first place.
Yeah, they were great items, and my picker skills were like epic. And I said, "Hey, this is awesome for Lonnie." So I pointed it out. We had a little team meeting. He was in my one good ear that works, and he was like, "Hey, what you think I can get them for?" And I was like, "Man, try to get them for 10." And I already had the punchline set up. I had to follow up. I had to follow up.
That's a low ball, Rev.
It was very low.
It's like probably at least 100 vintage Star Trek paperback books. I know that sounds awesome to you right now, Ryan, but they do have some amount of value.
But we do need to say they had 25 cents each on the books, so they were already inexpensive. Or were they 50 cents?
I didn't even see that. I never saw a price at all. Okay.
Yeah, they did. They had, so I was calculating in my head. I was thinking, because I say in the video, that's probably $30 worth of books. So I was just trying to do quick math. So that's why I said 10. It was still a little low. I knew it was, but I was trying to get them for 20 for you. So when you said 10, she said no. I said, well, it's probably $30 worth of books there. And she said, well, 20. So, and then Lonnie was like, sure, I'll give you 20. So, I mean, I had it, but I had A, B, and C set up.
But Rev had me set up. Rev told me to offer 10. And then I said, ooh, Rev, that's a low offer, man. That's not good. They're not going to like that. I said, you're trying to that's what I told him. He's trying to set me up.
I said, come on, man, try.
So I said, I'll do it. But the target's really 20. And that's exactly what happened.
Yep.
And the lady was very, actually, other than that one little incident, or maybe there's actually another one too.
Another one?
Yeah. Buying some helicopters from a lady to kind of,
but in that one, Ryan, I did say for Lonnie, I told her, I said, I told him to say $10. So it sort of took the heat off Lonnie. And then it came around. I was like, hey, we had that set up. She took down all of our channels. So this lady was not offended at all. We were not lowballing. We were playing a game, and I think she liked it. They were all smiling.
And then Rev even carried the big thing of books out to the truck for me. And Get this. You know how many times I was recognized during this whole weekend extravaganza? Where, you know, like basically reseller Super Bowl, right?
Were you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I
Yeah.
was. I don't think
No,
I was
well,
once.
you had the Georgia guy when you were buying those really epic, awesome tape measures.
Yeah, well, that was Rev's crumbs. So there were two sales where Rev Resale with no S,
Mhm.
by the way. I found that
Yeah.
out. I found that out far. Rev Resale, because I think I said Rev Resales.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not resells, it's not resales, it's Rev Resale.
Rev Resale.
Yeah.
Oh, he's walking out carrying my books. I'm walking in front. Lady walks clean past me and says, "I watch your channel to Rev."
Oh, wow.
You, and I'm carrying Lonnie's books. I mean, I'm like, okay. It was
And we go to the
cool.
other
Wow.
sale. Other sale. This what was his name? Oh my gosh,
Roy?
That's it.
Mhm.
Roy is wearing the jersey. I can't remember what player it was. But anyway, Roy comes up. Roy's like a Rev fan as well. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I watch Lonnie too. Yeah, he's all right." And yeah,
Yep.
I mean,
It
Rev.
Wow.
was,
Look at you, Rev.
yeah, it was pretty cool. Of course, it's happened much more around here because of restoration, but of course, but we really, I told mentioned this to Lonnie, we really didn't see. I think there may have been a few that might have been undercover, but we didn't really see a lot of folks that appeared to be resellers. You
That's
know, they were.
surprising.
Yeah, it was. I thought we would have saw more people that, because I mean, you can tell when you go into the Goodwill, that person's a reseller,
Oh,
that
yeah.
person's a reseller. I didn't really get that vibe at a lot of the sales outside of the five of us. It seemed to be that there were just a lot of folks just shopping.
You know, like when you see the guy that looks like Ryan. Anytime you see a guy that looks like Ryan at a sale, that's a reseller. You know,
Okay.
like a 30-year-old dude by himself, you know, pulling up, like not talking to anybody. Not that Ryan doesn't talk to anybody, but I'm just, you know, and just like strictly business and in their phone. That's the reseller right there.
Looking at girls' clothes and looking at jeans, and it's like, dude, what are you? We know you're a reseller. I don't try to hide it. I mean, I don't try to hide it at all.
There's no point. And also, a lot of times
Yeah.
when you say that you're a reseller, it opens up more opportunity. Like, oh, okay, well, you might want to buy more then. And then they start cutting deals. And
It's either going to shut the door or kick it wide open. I mean,
right.
I've had folks to say, "Oh, we don't want to sell to resellers," and it's like, "Well, I'm just honest with you. The rest of these cats, they ain't telling you, you know."
Right.
But
It's worth the gamble.
oh
Can
yeah,
you-
that's right.
I'm trying to imagine, because like this past weekend, Ryan, it was, you know, what's cool about going out with other people and filming at these sales is
What?
that, like, if I currently don't have some interesting item going on that I can show,
Right.
I can just walk over. Rev might have just found something really cool, or Candace might be getting in some good stuff,
Yep.
or maybe Nikki T found some cool stuff I've never seen before, or Kev, you know, like everybody, there was always something going on. Pretty much there's always something to film, and you have all these characters in and out of your shots all the time, all these little side quests and different plots going on, like at the same kind of interwoven, but still all on the same course with each other. Like, it's so much more fun than filming alone.
It sounds fun. I want to get out there and do it with you guys. That'd be
can't-
a blast.
Dude, I can't even imagine what it'd be like to add one more YouTuber to the
Oh
mix.
yeah, that would be cool. If Ryan was that one more, I mean, it would be fun. That would be epic. I did notice watching Lonnie's footage, and I do actively edit out my prototypical question at every yard sale. Do you have any vinyl records? Because that works. I edit a lot of those out because I ask it so much. But I could hear myself in the background in Lonnie's video, like, "Hey, y'all got any vinyl back there?" So, but that was pretty cool.
Actually, Rev does not say it just like that, though. What I noticed is that as Rev is going down the road in between sales, I think he must always be concocting the way he's going to ask it the next time, because he never asks it the same way twice.
It's a beautiful day to sell me some vinyl. Where are they?
You look like you had some cool vinyl records back in the day, you know, all kind of ways.
Yeah.
But he always approaches it. It's not, do you have vinyl? It's not if they have vinyl. It's like, okay, where is it at? I know it's here.
Yeah, you got, and most of them will say, "Oh, I got some, but they're not for sale. I collect this or I do that." So it still opens up the door for rapport and conversation. And we our first day we found some good vinyl, but I think I bought one day 2 and day 3, and that was it.
Do you ever have people like haul them out of the house quite a bit? Does that happen a lot?
I have gone into homes, gone into basements, helped people pull vinyl out, and that happens at home often. Probably once a weekend at least.
That's when you get the good ones, probably. Right?
Yes. And most of them, they haven't, you know, they'll say, well, yeah, I've got them in the closet. I hadn't played them in 20 years or 30 years. Or, yeah, we don't even have a player anymore. I don't know why we have it. And I normally say, well, hey, they're heavy. You mind if I come in and get them? So I don't even want them toting them out. You know, and then we'll look through them, and usually are able to make a pretty good deal on them. So,
yeah.
I found some good ones. Well, the weekend before, I think I spent about $800 at 400 twice. So, but we've done good. I mean, we've sold a couple $100 records and still have a bunch more to list. So they're out there.
Wow.
I didn't see that one. I need to catch up on. I'm so behind watching videos, man. There's so much to watch because I'm always busy making them.
That's right. I've got 2 that are the 2 record buys I actually skipped over. I'll get back to them, but I skipped over for the 127.
Okay.
I thought it was fresh. We needed to sort of get those videos out.
Yep.
So
I agree. I've got I think I've got one more to drop. Ryan, if you go to on one of these, you get at least 6 videos, I think, if you want.
Yeah.
Like you can get as much content as you want.
That's like 6 months worth of footage if I do one a month. So yeah. Hey, this is a good idea. This is a good idea. I need
Lonnie's chopped his up and done like different segments, which is, man, I know the way they're doing their videos now, it works out. I do one Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and it's worked. Day 1, day 2, day 3 is probably going to be my method. Have a little bit longer, about 30, 40-minute videos. And they've done, I mean, obviously they've done great. And then Lonnie's helped me learn how to do collabs. So we've all done that.
Yeah.
And I think I will send Lonnie 2 viewers, and Lonnie hopefully will send me 100 subscribers.
That's a really cool feature that YouTube's implemented is that collab thing. That's really cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And I really do think that I'm gonna potentially, hopefully, get more of your viewers than that. You've got a strong, loyal base there that watch you over there, Rev.
Yep, you're right. It's more some people have always, I've talked to other YouTubers and they'll say, "Oh yeah, don't call it community, don't call it that." But I mean, I want it to be. I want it to be like a family and you know, so I try to communicate, try to befriend them. Of course, I'd like for it to get so big that you couldn't reply back to every comment, but we're small enough now, we still try to do that interaction, and I think it helps.
So when you first came on back in January and you made that first video back to now, and you've had some equipment changes and stuff, and one of the things that I think is really going to help you guys is the microphone situation, which you've known about, but it adds a level of complexity to the process. But it's worth it, because the ones I've seen now is like, Nikki T always talked before, but now Nikki T is even a bigger part of your videos because she talks more because she knows that we can hear her.
Yeah. It makes makes a world of difference that it picks up. Of course, she'd say things under her breath just to me, and
Be
now
careful now.
now everybody's hearing it. So yeah, but it's Nikki T brings, and just like Candace did for you, Lonnie, brings a different group of viewers to the
Yep.
channel that wouldn't watch it if it was just me.
Mhm.
You know, and Nikki T, she's good at banner too. She's been married to me a long time. So of course my playful banner, she throws it right back. So we're a good team.
Y'all
That's
really
awesome.
are, man. Y'all really are. It's fun watching you work together, especially since I have the experience of working with Candace every day. So,
Hmm.
and
I'm thinking the probably the next installment is going to figure out a way of getting a camera on Nikki T at yard
Mm,
sales and have,
yes.
because when we're at yard sales, only time folks see me is if I pull it off and I'm like holding the camera and
Yep.
talking to it. But I mean, I really, that's one of the things that I've been more conscious of watching myself on Lonnie's videos, is because you see,
it's
I sort
cool,
of
huh?
see myself. Yeah, it is. It's cool, but you can judge that too, and listen to yourself from
Mm.
that perspective. And I can sort of see, hey, maybe I went too far on that, or maybe, you know what I mean?
Mm,
So it would be
Oh,
good to see it from Nikki T's perspective.
I know
So,
what you mean because I almost feel like when I'm watching Ryan, have you ever been in a situation? Well, I don't know. Have we like where you're filming and somebody else is filming at the same location at the same time over and over, and then you see your day from their perspective? It's a mind bender, dude.
yeah. Well,
mhm.
because we used to do the dual cams on Thrift Mine, so
Right.
kind of. Yeah.
That's true. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's a little different. Like,
It,
yeah, no, it's not. It's the same thing.
I know
It's
what you
exactly the
mean, though.
same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. It is weird. Yeah. It's a totally different. It's almost like a whole different, like everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't pick up on certain things like with other folks that are like
Yeah.
around when I'm communicating, because of course I'm focusing on the person I'm talking to. We had an experience at an estate sale that a couple was talking about my camera, and Nikki T saw it, and she was telling me afterwards, she was like, that guy was frowning the whole time. And to
Uh,
me, if I would have noticed that, I probably would have taken the camera off,
hmm
or would have communicated directly to him and like, hey, dude, this is what we're doing. Is it okay?
Yep.
So I think, you know, certain times it's good to sort of get that different perspective so you can, you know, kind of pick up. And of course, you wouldn't have noticed it to the edit, but it would have helped in the future. It's been neat to me to see Lonnie's videos and to see both how I interact and how we all interacted with one another.
Mm,
I think they're all been good videos thus far.
I really enjoy doing. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, I probably and you, Rev, you saw how I just carried my camera on the stick. I mean, I was just, and I was out there just like I was filming in the shed, but basically with
Hmm.
not caring, and nobody even once, not a single person over the whole weekend said a word about my camera. Not
Yeah.
really?
one.
Wow. That must be so freeing being able to just walk around like that
But
without having it.
but if I'm at home going to garage sales, I will not do that.
Right.
What?
Well, of course, you got this guy in overalls that's got one hanging out of his pocket, and of course, all their attention is on this loudmouth, bald-headed guy that's walking up. So
That's what it
Lonnie's like,
is.
doo, 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 doo. So Lonnie's filming everything, and they're not paying him any attention.
Well, I think
So,
there's something to it too. Like if you're doing it locally, there's always going to be a a decent chance that you see these people again, and you have to live around them at least.
Mm-hmm.
But
mhm.
when you go far away and you're doing it, basically all those interactions, maybe not everyone if you go to the sale every year, but most of those interactions you're never going to like come in contact with those people ever again. So it's not as, I don't know, there's
It's
not as
all
much
in my head.
anxiety there. It's all in your head.
It's
Yeah.
probably it's just in my head. I mean, I can justify it all these ways, but the truth is, if you walk around holding the camera like as if you, it's how you carry yourself. If you walk
Yeah.
Mhm.
around with that camera like you're supposed to be holding that camera,
Yep.
then you can do whatever you want. But
Yeah,
if you
that's right.
walk around looking like you're getting away with something,
Yeah,
you know,
like you just stole something. Yeah, you're going to stand out. Well,
Casing out the place.
we did have a sale. You were saying you're not going to see these people again. They told me a story. Of course, we won't go into it. Of an instance at a house where I thought a great pick. I mean, they had a Lamax like spooky ship boat. It was basically new in the box. It was back in the very back, and I'm walking up and see it. I was like, "Hey, is that for sale back there?" And they sold it to me for $5.
Mhm.
good deal.
I mean, it
Like
was
a snipe. That was a sniper pick.
it
I was
was.
you were a sniper on that one, Rev. That was a good
They
one.
thought all Rev was doing was looking for vinyl records, and I had that radar going the whole time. And but then they sold it to me, and I didn't even ask for $5. I was like, "Well, what do you want?" Or she said, I think her exact line was, "Oh yeah, I'm not concerned about that. I don't, really care about that." And I said, "Well, what is that? I don't care about it price." And she said $5, and I mean, I would have probably paid her 25, but
That thing's
Right.
isn't that thing worth like $180, $170, something like that?
that's what Nikki T said, and of course, I
Yeah.
just knew
Wow.
it was valuable. I didn't know how valuable it was, but she was happy at 5, and I was happy to get it. But I think Lonnie and Candace had an interaction at that same house previously. So really, with sales like this, if you go to them often, they're probably going to know us. If we come back next year, they're going to remember those crazy resellers that came.
True.
But
Yeah.
hopefully, they'll have a smile on their face, and they'll be happy to see us when we walk into their yard.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. Rev, you trying to get me to tell a story here? Because
Oh no, I was opening the door trying to make a segue if you wanted to, but if you
I
don't
don't
want
know.
to, I understand.
I'm not sure if I might just stay outside a little long. I'm not sure if I want to tell that story.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Hey, you know what?
Him hawed. That's why I was him hawing back.
You know what? I might maybe because I do want us to have you back on, but next time with Nikki T.
Yes.
Mm.
Oh,
Maybe
I agree.
if Nikki T. I kind of thought about it tonight, and I was like, you know what? We had another guest lined up, and Rev told us a long time ago. He said, "Hey, look, if you guys are ever in a jam and you need a guest, let me know, and if I can do it, I will." And that happened. That happened tonight. And so I contacted Rev, and he's like, "What time?" And he agreed to do it. So which was good.
Thank you, Rev, for doing this.
Oh,
Appreciate
it was fun. I was eating Nikki T had just made me stuffed peppers and corn
Oof.
and cornbread and macaroni and cheese. So I was fat and sassy when I got the message. So I was ready. I was ready to do some podcasting.
That's a good Zach Galifianakis line there, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Rev, have you ever done stand up before?
I do it every Sunday.
Okay. No, you don't. No, you don't.
No. It's not a joke, but I always like to, I've always used humor to make heavy things lighter in ministry. So you make people comfortable, you make people smile, even in settings that is sad. So I've used humor throughout my life, and I think it's a good salt and pepper. It shouldn't be everything, but you doctor it in,
Yep.
and if it's seasoned right and seasoned well, it can make things better. So that's the way I try to do it.
Because I see when I watch you interact with at the garage sales or here or on your channel, and I actually did watch one of your sermons for the first time last night. I watched
cool.
your it was a good one. It was one I needed. It was one I needed to hear. So
Oh man, that's cool. I don't know if it was the last one or not, but that's good.
I think it was. I think
biblical realities of
3 realities.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah, I needed to hear it. It was a really good one. I'm looking forward to watching more. But I've seen you in all these different, and I'm like, man, this guy is just a master. Were you that good of a communicator before you went to college? Have you always been, because you are a master communicator?
Well, I was, of course, playing team sports and being around folks. I was probably introverted in a lot of ways, but at school, I was friends with everybody. So of course it didn't matter if it was the athletes, if it was the smart kids, if it was the band kids, whichever group it was. I've always tried to fit in with everybody. No matter who's sitting at the table, I can make a friend. So I've always had that MO. And I guess my dad, the old man, he's a lot like that. So I get some of his personality that comes through. It's gotten more in ministry because, to me, I mean, in ministry, you're dealing with people. And if it wasn't for people, it would be easy. But to me, you've got to learn to communicate with people when they're happy, when they're sad, when they're fired up, mad at you, when they hate your guts. I've still got to be able to communicate with folks. So I guess just through ministry and through life, I've just learned it's good to know how to talk to people.
I wonder what that first, because I showed Kevin and I were talking YouTube a good bit at nights, when we were at the Airbnb.
Yeah, we heard you.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I'm just kidding.
I'm a night owl. Rev. You know that.
You made us night owls for about 3 nights, but it was good.
But I showed Kevin my first YouTube video from Garage Flips from 2016 because we got in a conversation, and I said that is not a natural. Talking to the camera is does not come natural to pretty much anybody. What you see me do now, not that I'm like awesome at it or anything, but I've had thousands and thousands of videos to practice this thing. And I just wonder that first time that you went up in front of everyone, the first time and delivered your first sermon.
Yeah, I got up. How did that feel? I had notes prepared for 3 messages in my Bible, and I preached all 3 of them in 5 minutes. And I told them everything I knew and a few things I didn't know. It's tough. So I've had to learn to do that. We used to record messages on cassette tapes, then CDs, and now they're recorded. And I don't always, but a lot of times I'll go back and listen to my own messages and sort of judge and critique myself, so that I maybe can do better next time, even though I've been doing it, 4 times a week for years. I still try to critique myself. And I think I'm doing the same thing on YouTube, is try to watch and sort of say, hey, could I do that better? Could I do this better? And if I'm just 1% better every video, I think they'll get better as it goes along.
How long does it take you to make to prepare and write a sermon usually? Do you dedicate like a set day of the week, or is it like
used to be of course Sunday morning I'm normally doing like a series, like the message that Lonnie saw. I'm on Sunday morning, I'm doing biblical realities. So I'm just looking at certain reality, the reality of the God, reality of man, reality of salvation, redemption. So looking at different realities. So that gives me sort of I know where I'm going. So I can sit down and prepare a message. I always start my Sunday morning message on Monday, and I normally just take time throughout the week. Sometimes it'll take 4 or 5 hours. And then always on Sunday morning, I have I have electronic pad, and I have it written out verbatim. And on Sunday morning, I underline my notes, and I don't really use them, but it's a good safety net for me to have. But then on Sunday nights and on Wednesday nights, I'm just preaching through a book of the Bible. So if I'm in Romans chapter 1, wherever I'm through, I know next week I'm going to be starting on Romans chapter 2. And it sort of, that helps me to know where I'm going so I can be prepared. And that's a pet peeve of mine. I never want to preach a message if I'm not prepared to preach it. That's the last thing I want to do, is to sit down, listen to somebody blow smoke for an hour. I want to make sure that I have something to say, something I prepared, something I feel that I prayed over, and I just don't want to get up and blow smoke. Hopefully Lonnie could tell that I spent time in that message before I preached it.
Yep. Oh.
I'm glad Ryan asked that, because I was really curious if so every week you prepare these. You aren't working from how school teachers will get after 30, 40 years. They've been teaching the same subjects and they just have lesson plans that they work from and nothing really changes. So your message is fresh every week, for the most part.
I'm not AIing it. Of course, I preach from experience, everybody. If you're, and I preach through my personality, because God called me to be me, not somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I want to deal with that text that I'm preaching myself. I don't want to preach somebody else's sermon. I don't want to preach a sermon I preached 10 years ago. I want it to be fresh with me. I've always liked to say, the Lord's been cutting me with it all week long. I'm ready to cut somebody else. So, I mean, he's dealing with my heart all week long when I'm working on the message, so that when I preach it, I want it to be, it shouldn't be foreign to me when I'm delivering it to the congregation.
A lot of times it's you telling everyone what you learned almost for the week. Yeah.
This is cool. That's right. Yeah.
This sounds very similar to the way that Candace and I have been preparing some of our videos.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it's anywhere. I'm not saying it's of anywhere the same importance or anything like that, but I'm just saying the workflow. We come up with a concept and then we kind of talk through it together, and then we know we have a rough outline of what our points are going to be, and then we fill it in conversationally. We're not going to read from a script, because like you say, part of this our secret sauce is that we are us, and we still need to bring us, ourselves to the table, and that's where we fill it in. But having that just to, how it's going to flow makes me feel comfortable.
So, I can tell probably within the first 5 minutes if a pastor or preacher is, if he's coming in half cocked, if he's not really ready. You can tell pretty quick. And I think even YouTube videos, there's some dudes that you can see, it's like, he don't know where he was starting. He don't know what he was doing in the middle, and he didn't know how to end it. So
I've been there.
Yeah, I think we all have. And I always think a good story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. You start it out, it gets messed up somewhere in the middle, and you bring it home at the end. So I think videos need to say, hey, this is what the video is going to be like. You promise, you deliver, and at the end you say thank you. That's sort of our MO, is what we're trying to do.
It's pretty simple, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
It's pretty simple and honest. And yeah, that's okay. So what I was getting at then is that preparing every week for your sermon is almost like preparing for your YouTube videos. I'm sure, in a lot of ways, right?
Yeah. We don't. Of course, I'm not spending 10 hours a week,
Sure.
working on a YouTube video, the YouTube video that I do. Of course, we've got certain ones I record Monday because we always have a bunch of sales. And I mean, I'll be honest, of course, if we've got 100 sales or 50 sales during the weekend, that sort of makes its own video. It doesn't have to, and me and Nikki T are interacting and talking through it. And then the rest of the week, of course, yard selling videos, they're always telling stories. But yeah, you're right. I think the MO that y'all are doing is having a topic. Man, I think that's priceless, because that'll make that'll make that video more evergreen. That if somebody comes and watches that video a year from now, they're still going to be able to get something from it. I think I like it.
Thank you, man. We're just trying different stuff, because after you've been doing this for a long time, you try. I think we always kind of naturally seek comfort, and the growth is never we always seek comfort, but then we tell everybody we want to grow.
Yeah,
but growth is never comfortable.
No,
so you can't do both.
You don't win a race by coasting, and I think a lot of times it's more comfortable just to kind of lollygag, just to take a Sunday drive. And YouTube, you know, like you say, we have our loyal followers. I think you're going to have your loyals that are going to watch every video. But if you want to get more loyals, you're going to have to throw some spaghetti against the wall and see what sticks.
So what are you finding since you've been back? What do you like? What are your takeaways from making these 60 videos, and what is different now than the last time you made a run at this thing?
Yeah, I think we really didn't stop. We sort of transitioned to a different genre and
Hmm.
it blew up. Of course, if the reselling, and we continue to resell the whole time, but restoration sort of shot off and we focused all our energies there. I really wish now that I still would have, if I would have kept the channel going, even like Ryan, just one
Mhm.
video a month, one video a week,
Yeah.
just something to let people know, hey, we're still here. Because I think we still are trying to get back some of those first viewers that were there with us the first go round. I don't know if all of them have come back yet. Um, it's different. I mean, it's but I believe I've had, and Lonnie, I'll say this: I think I've had more interaction with uh, different YouTubers that remember us from the first time, and then hey, we come back, and it sort of generated a little bit of attention. Being invited on this podcast, going to other podcasts, I think it's generated some attention, and hopefully we can kind of ride that wave, and you know, go from 5,000 to 10,000 pretty quick, and start
Hmm.
generating some extra views and a little more funds because it's good to get some grocery money from
Right.
YouTube.
Yep.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Rev. And I kind of feel your pain to some extent there. Not pain, because it's not
Yeah,
pain, it's fun. The struggle is what kind of makes it fun, really.
yeah,
Um, but I'm gonna pack it for me. It's my growth project, or has been, that we've been tweaking, and we're finally starting to see some traction. So I understand the growing a
hmm
YouTube channel is actually like one of the most fun things that, like, I love starting something new. Like when Ryan and I started
oh,
this podcast,
Oh yeah.
hmm
it's like we have it's like we had a baby together.
Right.
yeah,
This
that's
is our
right.
kid,
You gotta nurture it and
our child.
watch it grow. Yeah.
Look at cute little Lonnie and Ryan podcast.
Yeah, yep, that's right. I'll tell you this though, and this is we talk about being genuine, and this will be a little fleshy on my end. That there have been times, and this is the death nail I think for YouTubers is comparing yourself to others.
Mhm.
You know, I've
Yep.
seen some cats that I don't believe. You know, I believe I'm just as good as or better than. And it's like, my goodness, how do they have this? And if you start focusing in on others, it's going to
Mhm.
be disappointing and it's going to be a big struggle. So that's been my attention this time. I'm a Rev
Yeah.
Resale. I'm going to be the best Rev Resale I can be and put out good content. And if people watch, great. And I think it's been good that I haven't tried
Mhm.
to judge myself against others. Just to be the best me I can be.
Thief is
Amen.
the comparison of, or no, sorry. Comparison is the thief of joy. Is that the is that the
Yeah.
statement? Sorry.
That's good.
That's
That's right.
exactly right. Yeah.
It's Rev. It's so true, man. And I can, and we've had some conversations.
Yeah.
Ryan and and Rev and I've had
Yeah.
like, that is one of the things that, that's been one of my trouble spots in the past.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah.
think, Rev, I think you could witness here too, is that, when we've had these conversations, I've had a change of heart on a lot of that stuff, because I felt like, I'm not going to name names, but I felt like,
Yeah.
I didn't get what I deserved, and I'm as good, and I worked just as hard. But
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
then when I really look at it, I'm not being honest,
Yeah.
because,
Yeah.
like, now I start looking at the people that have what I don't necessarily like. Maybe I don't think they deserve it or whatever. I'm like, okay, well, what are they doing?
Mhm.
It's right in front of my
Yeah.
face. People dig it. What is it?
Yep.
Am I
Yeah.
willing to do that? Yes or no? Yes, great, do
Mhm.
it. No, move on.
Yeah.
You know, like
Well, I'll tell you what I do. I'm better looking than Harry Tornado. I'm taller than Commonwealth. You know, I'm just kidding. I mean,
Oh my
it's
gosh. Oh, Rev, you made the title. I hope you know you made a title for us.
no, of course they know I'm kidding. If we start comparing ourselves to others, yeah, we're gonna be able to internalize and find a way that we're better than them. But in all reality, when we do that, we're like Ryan said, we're robbing ourselves of being the best us that we can be because we're disappointed that we're not getting the traction. We're disappointed that they are. And man, I'm just trying now to focus and root on everybody else. Man,
Yep.
I I kid around. I say those names. I'm punching up. I mean, those cats are bigger channels, much bigger than I am. I love them. I watch them both. So anytime I shoot a jab, it's going to be playful and it's not going to be
Yeah.
not being mean. But yeah, I'm just be the best you can be, Lonnie. Ryan, be the eat that food, do that reselling once a year. Headbang and do you. Another thing is not focusing in on those one comments. I loved y'all's podcast a couple ago, where y'all shared last one, I think, where
Oh
you
yeah.
shared different things that commenters have said. That was a good way of releasing for y'all, I'm sure, and being able to talk and communicate. Sometimes it's good. I've done that too. But man, don't spend time on it. Don't spin your tires. Just squall them a minute and get on down the road.
Yep.
Rev, I told you during the trip, I've had comments that have ruined my day before. My whole day. Like they sit in my head and like peck away at me the whole day, and I'll be like, I don't care. And it's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's hard.
Become a pastor and see,
Oh,
I'm getting ready to preach on Sunday morning and somebody comes up and tells me, hey, I had a lady that told me she didn't like the color of my shoes here about a month ago. I
ooh.
mean, what? I mean, I walked into the Sunday school class. All the ladies are talking about my tie and my pretty shirt, and I had blue on. I had brown belts. I had brown shoes. And the lady just flat out told me, she said, I don't like your shoes. They ought to be black. And I looked down, I looked down at her shoes and I said, Vina Lou, I don't like your shoes either. And I walked out. But I've learned in ministry sometimes you just gotta roll, because if you let it stick, I think
Yeah.
my pastor said you need to have skin like a rhinoceros or feathers like a duck. It's either got to bounce off or roll off.
Yeah.
And so that's my focus.
It's hard
So
to do.
It is hard to do, but that's the goal.
Rev got trolled.
Yes, in my own church.
Well, boys, we definitely want to have you on again, Rev, with Nikki T the next time.
Oh yeah, I think she would enjoy it. It would be a great episode.
I do too. But yeah, man, I really I'm really glad y'all came out, and we got to spend the weekend picking and getting to know each other even better. And
I'm looking forward to next year that Ryan's coming.
Yes.
It's going to be awesome.
Yes.
Can't wait.
Oh my gosh, dude, we're gonna have to definitely. Well, we have. You know what? Hopefully Pam can go too. We got plenty of room. We got room.
Yeah,
Look, right. when we were going, it was me and Candace, and then Kevin, and then he had 2 seats right next to him, empty.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
wow.
Rev got a bunch of room in the back of his car.
Oh yeah,
too.
most certainly.
So,
and we can get one of those mansions on top of the hill now for dividing it up 4 ways instead of 3 ways.
That's what I was thinking about too. Yeah,
a pool in the back, man. I'd wear my short overalls and go swimming some.
Yeah, we were having to stay in like these little joints this time, but yeah, if we bring you and shoot, one of your corporate guys might even put us up. You don't know by then.
Never know.
Yeah. Walmart, baby, Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart, hook us up. But Rev, thanks a bunch for coming through for us tonight too.
Yeah,
we were whenever we found out we got canceled on, I was like, you know what? here's a chance for us to have a convo with Rev, and everybody
Yep.
loves Rev, so we'll bring him back in. So thank you very much.
Man,
Rev.
we love it. Thank you for the invite. It was a boatload of fun.
Absolutely, man. Good talking to you again. We'll talk soon.
Good
See
night,
you
y'all.
guys.